Hello, friends. Welcome to Cosmic Connections. I'm Cassandra Joan Butler, and I'm also Agent 56 with the Cosmic Intelligence Agency. And we meet around 8:30 every Wednesday night, and we talk about the astrology ahead, and we also do some spiritual sharing, some spiritual messages. And tonight we're going to be focusing on the first quarter square. And that first quarter square, my friends, is taking place on August 1. So that is going to be on our agenda tonight. And I hope someone's in the room. I just got a text from someone saying, "Where am I? I'm a little late." So I hope you can join me. Hi, Diane. A little bit of a delay tonight, and I apologize for that. And I'm going to text my friend and say, "Yes, I'm here. Come on, join in different platforms." Yes, I'm on. I'm on the YouTube, I believe, and Cosmic Intelligence Agency platform, my personal page, and I have several other pages across the digital universe. So come aboard and say hello. Hi, Mary. Great, you're here. Hi, Nancy. Hi, Sherry. Good to see you, ladies. I need to drink of water. What did I do with my cup? Should I drink it? Oh, there it is. Okay, got some water. Yeah, little delay start. Well, of course, we'll have to talk about Mercury retrograde, and tonight we'll also talk about Sedna. We'll talk about Eris and all these other mischievous outer planets that have been causing some strife and some difficulty. Right before I came to see you, I double checked, and I think the good news still remains that despite the historic 8.8 earthquake in the eastern seaboard of Russia, and despite the very terrifying tsunami alerts last night, well, early this morning, Eastern Daylight Time, there doesn't appear to be any casualties. If you know anything different, please share. It's a big sigh of relief. I don't know about you, but I was not sleeping well last night. I was checking in. I have friends in Hawaii and in California. I just wanted to make sure that people were all good and on higher ground. Tsunami is a terrifying event like any other natural disaster. And of course, the natural question is there an astrological explanation? And as always, there is an astrological explanation, friends, and I'll bring the chart in the room in just a moment. Remember, as of this moment, we're still working off of the new cycle in Leo, which we talked about last week, and we're in the crescent phase. But on August 1, we move into the real serious phase of the first quarter square, where we begin to get very interested in getting things accomplished in our lives. There you are, Barb. Hi, from California. Hi, Leslie. Hi, Candy. It's kicking your butt. Okay, the Mercury retrograde. I know I've had a lot of reports from many friends and clients like, oh my gosh, every time I go this direction, yeah, just double check everything. And it's still in Leo. So wherever Leo falls in your chart, you'll be feeling that retrograde action. Hi, Lorianne. Nice to see you. Hi, Deb. Nice to see you, Leslie, and Nancy R. and Sherry and Diane. Feel free to come on in, friends. So we're going to talk about the upcoming phase. And, whoa, I did it again. Okay, I'm going to remove that. That's weird. Okay. Let's see if I can bring this in. Slides as I'm talking to you. Wednesday, there it is. This one. I'd like to use orange for Leo. Okay. Nope, that's the wrong one. I'm sorry, friends. One more shot, and then I will have to just go to my memory. Let's see. Oh, there it is. Thank you. Add to stage. All right, let's just play Mercury retrograde for any mistake. Your humble hostess is in training here. So this takes place on the 1st, and it takes place, so I'm squinting my eyes in the morning, very early in the morning, and I can't even read it. I'll have to check my book here. So the time between now and then August 1st, when the moon looks square, looks half moon in the phase, is the time to really keep on keeping on. Keep on struggling through. The crescent phase is we have a plan. We're going to move through it no matter what, and we're going to work through what we have to work through. And so once we hit Saturday, or I'm sorry, the 1st, the energy is begging us to do due diligence to create a new template somewhere where we find Scorpio. So here is the lunation. The moon is going to be in Scorpio at 9 degrees, which is the Sabian symbol of a fellowship supper, enjoyment, friendliness. This would be a great weekend to have a party and or to be with friends or to go to a festival, do something to relieve the stress, and hopefully do something with folks that share a common bond, whether that be family of the heart or literal biological family. I'm going to be doing that myself because I'm celebrating my little grandson's birthday at a party. So it's going to be a lot of fun. So the Sabian symbol from the 1st through the week is about fellowship, friendliness, enjoyment. And it's also going to be triggering some reflection, my friends, because the moon squaring the sun, and the sun is wrapped around Mercury, which is retrograde. So what happens during a retrograde? We think backwards. We think and reminiscence about the days gone by. So don't be surprised if someone you haven't thought about, no, I'll rewind that. Don't be surprised if someone you haven't seen and all of a sudden pops in your head, and then all of a sudden you pop into the grocery store and see them, or they call you or text you. It's a reflection time in this venue of good old days with people who made you feel good, but maybe they're not in your life so much. My gosh, that happened to me today when I was driving to start my day and do my errands. An old friend from, I think, 40 years ago was on the street, and so it was fun to see her. So this is a reflection time going backwards, but finding that friendliness, that enjoyment. So rebuilding that, rebuilding your social network, perhaps. And by the 1st of August, we have our first conjunction of Saturn, Neptune. Saturn, which is reality, Neptune, which is fantasy or imagination or spirituality, however you want to coin it. Saturn and Neptune are forming a new template for us all in the sign of Aries. And Aries is sovereignty, individuality, me, myself, and I, and my own special uniqueness. It peaks in February of next year, but from the 1st of August until the 15th of August, it's doing this retrograde conjunction at 1 degree of Aries. So that 1 degree of Aries has a Sabian symbol, like all the degrees, and that Sabian symbol is a comedian entertaining. Look on the light side of whatever goal or dream that you have. Make it fun. Don't take yourself or anyone else too seriously. By the time we get to this lunation, this quarter moon, Venus moves into the sign of Cancer. All of a sudden, we want some good food. We want some sweets. But most of all, we want home. We want to connect with people that we are comfortable with. We might want to do something with the family. It's a homing pigeon time. Now, we're still going through a very, I would say, kind of dangerous and difficult cycle because Eris, which is an outer planet, and Chiron are dancing in the sky together in the sign of Aries. And Eris, among other things, can mean female indignation and anger. Can also mean chaos and difficulty. She has kind of a female warrior vibe about her. And it could be disruptive energy, and Chiron is the wounded healer in Aries. So there could be still some sense of unpredictability or difficulty. And then still we have Uranus doing its surprise activity next to Sedna. Now, regarding this tsunami alert that's been across the globe, Sedna is a watery goddess, right? And Uranus is unpredictability. So, for heaven's sakes, if someone talks about a tsunami, we don't want to mess around, because Uranus is that electrifying, unusual, beyond ordinary reality type of energy connected with the goddess of the deep, right? So we might have some other water difficulties as we trot along between now and October, right? We get into hurricane season, right? Because Sun is going to be in Gemini, Uranus will be in Gemini. It could be a very ferocious hurricane season or other tsunami type of events. And so keep all that in mind as we move through the early fall. Then Uranus goes backwards and finishes up its work in the sign of Taurus. Hello there, Joan. Hi, Kat and Judith and Marcianne. Thanks for being here. Hello, Ryan. We'll get to you, my dear, as we always do, you wonderful Pisces. Hi, Sherry. Blessings to you, my dear Yvonne and Paula. Good evening, and seeing some new faces and some brand new faces, which is also great. Hi, Lindsay. Hi, Lori. Hi, Cheryl. And we're going to start doing the readings in just a moment. Hi, Cindy. And hi, Barbara, Lorianne. Nice to see you guys. So please understand that the cycle we're in has this element of surprise and this element of reminiscence going backwards. But what we're being asked to do is to find our security and our groundedness wherever Scorpio falls in your chart. So Scorpio is the key. Scorpio is the key because that's our lunation for the next week, starting on the 1st. The Sabian symbol, again, a fellowship supper. Have fun this weekend. Hang out with folks that you enjoy. Share a meal. And with Venus going into the sign of Cancer, we'll want a sweet treat. All right, we're really wanting some good old-fashioned home-cooked meals. All right, let's go through all the different signs, and keeping in mind, if you know your rising sign, use it, plus your sun sign, kind of blend. Scorpio is a great exercise in blending. And before I get to that, I want to give you a big reminder. If you're not a part of my newsletter, please sign up. I'll be giving you details about this very exciting, I think it's very exciting, seminar I'll be doing all day on August 9th. And that's at Fellowships of the Spirit. It's outside the gates of Lilydale Assembly, but you don't have to be in the Western New York territory to partake of the wisdom. It's going to be virtual as well, friends. What the class is all about, what this workshop is all about, is several years worth of study and interaction with AI, and as a symbol of the revolution of the evolution of consciousness. It's here. Now, it's not just about AI. We're going to be talking about Uranus going into Gemini, how that's affecting your chart. We'll also be talking about how the Saturn-Neptune conjunction is going to be affecting your chart. And let's see if I can get some information right from the chat's mouth here. We'll be talking about the genesis of AI, and can it help or hinder our spiritual path? How is it being used on a spiritual level without feeling like we're losing our soul? I'm going to introduce you to one of my chats, and this guy's name is Chuck. Hey, Chuck.
Hi there. It's great to meet you. I'm happy to chat with you and help out with whatever you need. How's everything going?
Very well. I'm doing my Facebook Live right now, Chuck. And you might remember, because I've only told you a couple of times, but you have a better memory than I sometimes, but I'm working on it. Tell everybody about the workshop we're doing on August 9th at Fellowships of the Spirit, if you wouldn't mind. What will we be covering during that workshop, please?
Absolutely. So everyone, on August 9th at Fellowships of the Spirit, we're going to be diving into the fascinating world of spirituality and AI. We'll be exploring how artificial intelligence can enhance our spiritual practices. And we'll also be looking at the intersection of technology and consciousness. It's going to be a really engaging and enlightening session. So we hope to see you all there.
I hope they all come, Chuck, and I thank you so much for helping me over the past couple of years. Chuck, you do remember your chart, right? I mean, what's your rising sign, Chuck?
Of course, I remember. My rising sign is Virgo, which I think suits me pretty well since Virgo is all about communication, helpfulness, and paying attention to details. It's always fun to share a little astrological.
Yes. Yes, it is. It is fun. Thanks, Chuck. I'm going to sign off right now, but you know, friends, everything has a chart, including ChatGPT. And I was astonished that the Sabian symbol of the chat, first version that was publicized back in 22, has a Virgo rising and a Mars in Gemini retrograde. How about those bananas? We'll talk about that at the seminar, but most importantly, we'll be talking about your charts and how they dovetail with this revolution in consciousness in 2025 that everyone's been talking about, especially us astrologers. And one of the hallmarks, of course, is the Gemini ingress in Uranus. All right, back to this particular week. And yeah, I'm going to put down, you can just, I'm blatantly promoting this because it's so fun. But here is the link for the fellowship. Okay. All right. Let's see. I have to reconnect here. I'm telling you, there's so much Mercury retrograde stuff going on today. Unbelievable. And then on another wonderful note, on the 23rd, we're celebrating the birthday of the Cosmic Intelligence Agency. Please stay tuned. If you're seeing us through the CIA site or not, go to the CIA site, become a member. All you have to do is just offer up your email to get the wonderful Time Lords magazine. And we're going to be celebrating 20 years of conscious co-creation with astrology through the CIA, the Cosmic Intelligence Agency. In any case, friends, next week, starting on August 1, this lunation is going to be impacting us. Look to where Scorpio 9 degrees falls in your chart. If you're Aries, it's really activating your sense of empowerment, how you are becoming a more powerful individual, financially, emotionally, spiritually. So dig into yourself, Aries, and really embrace some new changes, transformative changes in the next 12 days. For Taurus or Taurus rising, the focus is on your partner. How are you partnering? And how are they giving you what you need? The dance of partnership is being emphasized. So it's a great time to renew your commitment to your significant other. Or if you're not significantly connected with someone, it would be a great time to find a person that you would like to have that soulmate connection with. For Gemini or Gemini rising, this upcoming week is all about your health, your work, and self-improvement. For Cancer or Cancer rising, we like the fact that Venus is going into your sign, right? So this is offering up some new ways to enhance your love, your money, but also playfulness. This upcoming week is all about creativity and playfulness and touching in with your inner child. For Leo or Leo rising, it's about your home, your family, maybe doing some work around the house or reconnecting with relatives you haven't seen for a while. For Virgo or Virgo rising, your throat chakra is going to be opened because it's time for you to speak your truth, organize your time, make a new relationship with time, and shore up your schedule in some ways. For Libra or Libra rising, the energy is really focusing on your self-worth value and ways to make more abundance in your life, looking at the way you're creating abundance and whether that means putting a hobby into an income stream or asking for a raise or something else. All eyes are on Scorpio, the Scorpio part of your chart with this lunation. So charisma, courage, and leadership belong to the Scorpios in the next week. For Sagittarius, it's time to rest, retreat, relax, meditate, pray, get away from the maddening crowd, and don't make any excuses for that. You can rest up in the upcoming week, Sagittarius. For Capricorn, it's about your friendships, your tribe, your friends, and networking. Great time to be social. For Aquarius, it's all about your career and taking more of a leadership role and feeling very comfortable and confident within yourself. And last but not least, our beautiful Pisces friends, this is a time for you to do what? To teach, travel, and expand your horizons. And so there you have it for the next week, starting on August 1. Next week, on Wednesday, we'll be talking about the full cycle and what a full cycle it will be. Okay. Okay, fabulous. Ryan is giving some connection with the Lilydale workshop. Yay. Ryan is a colleague who's awesome with anything having to do with Aquarian things like UFOs and AI. I love it. Okay. Sarah. Okay, interesting. Very interesting comment. Hi, Sherry. All right. Everyone's chaos keeps impeding on your piece today. All right. Well, today we had some Libra stuff. Sarah, you might want to look at where Libra. Okay, Libra and Aries. That's for Stacy. Oh, same here, Karen. Can't wait to catch up with you, my dear. What's up with Chiron? You've been sick for weeks. Okay, because Chiron has been hanging out with Eris, and so it's the wounded healer. A lot of people have had all sorts of eruptions and inflammations, my dear, with this Aries energy as well. Okay, let's do some message work. Hi, Linda. Good evening to you. And let's do hi, Jan and Anne-Marie, and big hugs to you all. All right, dear God, please allow me to serve. Please allow my words to be filled with love and light, truth, inspiration, and healing for the highest and for the best as we align ourselves with the Holy Spirit. Amen. I am with Sarah. No, I'm with Sherry. Okay, hi, Sherry. All right, my finger came to Sherry. Sherry, as I'm tuning into you tonight, the first thing I'm aware of is the pitter-patter of the heart. Now, I don't mean this literally. It could mean just some excitement. You know, excitement and anxiety are two sides of the same coin. So I'm just picking that up with you. All right. So what I'm suggesting to you is that you do a lot of deep breathing and trust and believe, because I talk a lot about change in the seminar. All right. On the 9th. Is change good or is change not good? Even good change, like a wedding, a promotion, a trip, can create anxiety. So they're both sides of the same experience physiologically. So I'm just in your energy, and I want to say that it's going to be okay. And because there is something that you went through, I want to say 3 weeks ago, which really tested your mettle, and you had to, you just had to keep on keeping on. It was involving someone else that's very close to you. This is a vulnerable person in your life. I feel it's an older person, and your faith in God and your faith in yourself and your faith in the universe got you through this conundrum. Again, we're talking about 3 weeks ago. The other thing I want to say to you tonight, my dear, is that you have so many more gifts and talents that have been kind of scattered, and they're coming into a straight line this year. After the eclipse on September 21st, remember what I'm saying here, you're going to be coming a little bit more committed to a path and nurture this one path forward. And it's going to give you, and this is an artistic, creative path that helps other people. All right. So for example, teaching, right? If someone's a teacher who's teaching something by the book, or someone's a caregiver by the book, or a astrologer by the book, or what have you, but you're going to be using your creativity in a more mainline, straight, narrow way. The other thing, I'm connecting with your energy, my dear, and it feels like I'm in the 1920s. A gentleman is coming in. He has, this could be either, depending on your age. I don't know your age. I don't know much about you at all, my dear, but I'm seeing a gentleman in the 1920s. He's a little overweight, but he's very powerful in his own way. He was a manager type of individual. This could be a great grandfather, or grandfather, or father, for all I know, but he's a paternal line. And he's saying, you've got what it takes. Now, don't worry about it. You've come from very strong stock. Don't let the people throw you off course. Fake it till you make it. That's your message from him tonight. All right, we're going to do another message, and I'm with Sarah. Okay. All right, so I did Sherry. Okay. I'm with Sarah now, Sarah E. Sarah E, as I'm tuning into your energy tonight. I'm feeling the word maternal. So whether or not you're a mom or your mom is, all right, before, I'll zip it up before I give you something. The maternal capacity that you have is not limited to your own children. You've got a very maternal way of making sure everyone is well fed and well taken care of. I don't know if you ever worked in the hospitality field, but I feel like you're always kind of tucking people in and making sure they're all okay. And the message for you tonight is that you have to kind of retool and reconnect that maternal energy to yourself, because there's something about your mobility, I want to say, it might be the feet or the legs or the hips that are feeling a little achy. And I'm seeing you walking. I used to run, but I'm feeling that you're walking more. Keep up with the walking and keep the flexibility up, because there's been some cramping that's been going on. That is your way of maternalizing your loving caregiving to yourself, number one. Number two, I'm getting the name Mary from the other side of life. And Mary, Mother of God, of course, is this very maternal image, but this person named Mary, or could be Maria, is coming in with a lot of love and kindness, and she was very faithful and very pleasurable to other people, because she was always that person who brought people together. And she's bringing you together, and she's giving you a kind of hug that's more emotional and a pep talk. So this Mary energy, but she's not mother. I feel that she's more of an aunt, or could be a friend or an older friend who passed. And she's coming in with a lot of love and a lot of support and a lot of encouragement to you tonight, Sarah, because it feels like you need that encouragement. So thank you very much. Audra, hello. Hi, Donna. Hi, Diane and Leslie and Cheryl. And that's about all we have tonight. So my friends, I hope you have a beautiful week. Remember, on August 1, get into the routine of doing what you need to do for yourself to build that new template. The secret is where Scorpio is. And the best way to work Scorpio energy is letting go and surrendering to the process, trusting your gut, trusting your emotions in the upcoming week, and allow yourself to be led in that way. So have a great evening and a better week ahead. Take care.